Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 product packaging fails.
Are you ready? I think you're gonna find it pretty egregious.
I'm not looking forward to it.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most unfortunate, funny, or frustrating mistakes involving item packaging. What's the craziest packaging mishap you've ever seen? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20, Buzz Lightyear joins the Avengers. Endgame, step aside. This is the true Disney crossover of our dreams. See, if this toy box is any indication, Earth's mightiest might be fielding a new recruit soon. His name, Buzz Lightyear.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit. My ship has crash-landed here by mistake.
Yes, it is a mistake.
In a supposed manufacturing mix-up, the Toy Story character ended up in a plastic box for an Avengers new arrival figure. This isn't the only one either. There's at least a handful of mistakenly packaged Buzz figures floating out there. To be fair, the astronaut's purple and green suit could easily be mistaken for a Marvel hero, but that doesn't change the fact that, at this point, the blunder has gone to infinity and beyond.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Number 19, bigger size sour cream and onion chips. When it comes to food, more is always better. That's what Lay's thought, at least. And so they produced a whole line of sour cream and onion chips inside bigger bags. More chips for us and more money for them. Sounds like a win-win. The issue is that, compared to a normal bag of chips, the new size was certainly not new and improved. In fact, some angry buyers pointed out that the so-called upgraded size was actually smaller than the original. Whether this was an innocent misprint or a marketing gaffe, it's not a good look for Lay's either way.
The many flavors of Lay's chips. One taste and you're in love.
Number 18, urinal hot drinks. This one takes the idea of potty humor to a whole new level.
Nice flow. Oh, just getting started, partner. This right here, this is first gear.
No matter if it's in another language, there's simply no getting around what the word urinal means to English speakers, particularly when you're trying to sell urinary care products. The unfortunate name could almost have been forgiven if they'd stuck to tablets and capsules, but the urinal brand's launch of a hot drink was simply too much to ignore. After all, bathrooms are just about the last thing we want to be thinking about when enjoying a beverage.
URINAL? URINAL? URINAL?
Given the connotation, we can't imagine this product was flying off the shelves. Number 17, a forks package with spoons inside. Look, mistakes happen, we get it, but screw-ups like this really make you wonder what exactly happened behind the scenes.
Sorry, did I put your forks into the spoon drawer?
The package clearly says it's an 8-pack of stainless steel forks. There's zero room to interpret that the wrong way. So, how did it end up full of spoons instead? Your guess is as good as ours. What's even more baffling is how it made it all the way to store shelves. That means it was assembled, shipped, inventoried, and stocked, all without anyone noticing the name was wrong. Hey, at least there's a knife for sale too, and that one's properly packaged and everything.
This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
All right, you win. I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Number 16, watermelon corn. If you're in the mood for something sweet, you're better off looking elsewhere.
I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high.
Sorry to disappoint, but despite the very clear label, this is, in fact, not a watermelon. No, as anyone with eyes can tell, this is corn. You know, the yellow stuff that comes on cobs. It's one thing to mistake foods that look similar, but there's nothing remotely corn-like about watermelon. Instead of yellow and cylindrical, the seeded fruit is green, pink, and round.
Wow, Dad, this is the juiciest watermelon I ever tasted.
Yeah, I hope I can grow some like that.
And you definitely don't eat it off cobs. This labeling error is so obviously wrong, you can't help but laugh at it. Number 15, all white beef. Is anyone else getting mixed signals here? The box objectively states that its contents are 100% beef, and yet on the very same logo, it also claims that it's been made with all white chicken.
That's lying. That's not right.
We're not culinary experts or anything, but that feels like an oxymoron. Unless there's some very creative math going on, there's no way for something to be completely beef and chicken at the same time. The container looks a lot like the one for White Castle, considered the first fast food hamburger chain. But if they've been around that long, you'd think they have their meat straight. Number 14, JELL-O Smile. JELL-O may not specialize in accounting, but it doesn't take a mathematician to see what's wrong with this picture. To set the stage, some of their smile-themed snack packs featured the phrase, "frown is a 4-letter word." Don't ask us what it means, we're too busy recounting those letters. It says that frown, F-R-O-W-N, is a 4-letter word. The only thing more embarrassing than failing a basic math test is printing the results on JELL-O containers around the world. Given how much money the company probably spent on this, something tells us these smile packs made JELL-O do anything but. Number 13, extra virgin olive oil. From afar, this bottle looks normal enough. It's olive oil, extra virgin, plain and simple.
I'm telling you, Turk, olive oil.
But if you pick it up, you may notice some faint words above the title. In just the right light, you can read that this is actually sunflower and olive oil mixed together. Some further investigation on the ingredients reveals that this so-called extra virgin bottle is actually 90% refined sunflower oil. If extra virgin only means 10%, then it's time to switch brands.
The liquid gold that comes out is extra virgin olive oil, the finest grade in the family of olive oils.
Not only is this the textbook definition of false advertising, but they clearly tried to hide it with their font choice too. Number 12, misplaced Rubicon opening. Juice pouches are one of the simpler pleasures in life.
That they are passionate about capturing the essence of each of these fruits in their single fruit exotic juice drinks.
But as this mishap shows, even they can go very wrong. At first, Rubicon thought that putting a plastic lid on their juices was a good idea, and it would have been if their aim was a little better. Unfortunately, a few of their caps ended up on the opposite corner of the juice opening. It looks silly, and even worse, it completely defeats the purpose of having a lid in the first place. The silver lining is that you can definitely still get the juice box open. Resealing it, on the other hand, that's a different story.
You haven't had your juice. Well, my straw broke off in the carton. That's not the point!
Number 11, a dozen bread rolls. It's hard to mess up something as straightforward as bread.
Though the ingredients for a baguette are simple, what truly makes a baguette special are the hands that prepare it.
Incredibly though, this one came with an asterisk attached. Literally, it says that apparently, this 12-pack of rolls only adds up to a dozen when cut into 4s. Basically, these aren't rolls at all. They're 3 loaves of bread trying to pass off as something they aren't. It's nothing short of absurd to sell a 12-pack of rolls that you have to slice yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Especially since the packaging has the gall to claim it's ready to eat. By that logic, anything can be a 12-pack with a knife and enough motivation. Number 10, Spider-Man tissues. Kleenex did Peter Parker so dirty. They went to the trouble of licensing his alter ego for their tissue boxes, only to make it seem as though Kleenexes come out of his bottom. Yeah, the word regrettable doesn't even begin to cover it. If you really think about it, there's some warped justification in the fact that Spider-Man does shoot webs.
You know what I think is really cool? This webbing. The tensile strength is off the charts. Who manufactured that?
I did.
But that's from his wrists. Whether he can expel them from his other orifices is something we never wanted to think about.
Like, does it just come out of your wrists, or does it come out of anywhere else?
Only the wrists.
Certainly not when we're blowing our nose. In this case, great power did not come with great responsibility. Number 9, homemade jam. You're really going to want to read the fine print on this jelly. See, it doesn't taste like grandma's. It specifically tastes like grandma. Full stop. That's an appetite-ruining hiccup no matter what food it is.
Ugh! Oh, jeez.
But it's particularly egregious as the logo for homemade black raspberry jam. Let's just say that the dark contents look like they might live up to their slogan, and not in a good way. As opposed to buying this cannibal jelly, you could always just ask your grandma for some normal spread.
Smucker's is naturally good because it's naturally made. No preservatives, artificial flavoring, or coloring. So naturally, Smucker's is America's favorite.
It's probably cheaper and won't cost anyone their life. Number 8, holiday mix-up. Why choose between Christmas and Easter when you can have them both at the same time? That's the premise behind this chocolate figure, which comes wrapped in your classic Santa Claus foil.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here?
Then if you don't get around to eating it for a few months, it also serves as a great Easter gift. That's because beneath the merry and bright exterior, the chocolate mold is actually of an Easter bunny. Despite popular internet theories, this wasn't a mistake. Apparently, an ad agency manufactured these holiday mashups as a way to raise awareness for Alzheimer's. Credit where it's due, using chocolate to talk about mental health is definitely creative, not to mention delicious.
Our tour starts with the moment I've been waiting for, the chocolate waterfall. Warm, scrumptious, and brown liquid cascades down by the litre. This is the very beginning, where the bunnies are moulded into life.
Number 7, cats and dogs. Either someone picked the wrong stock photo for this frame, or this store has a massive cat person filling the shelves. There's just no conceivable way that anyone thought this display was for a feline.
And I owe it all to this feisty feline.
Dad, feline means cat.
It's completely surrounded by dog paw prints, and oh yeah, has the words "my dog" plastered on it too. Maybe the mistaken picture is part of the reason this frame is 50% off. Admittedly, as far as poor stock photos go, you could do a whole lot worse than this.
Oh my God. Get that thing away. How'd they get in here?
The cat? This isn't what you're afraid of, is it?
That's not a cat. That's a flirkin. A flirkin?
At least this cat picture is good for a few laughs. That's more than most photo errors can say. Number 6, 48 hours Blu-ray cover. The pitch for this 80s actioner is pretty straightforward. Nick Nolte is a cop, Eddie Murphy is a con. They work together, and hijinks ensue.
Ain't no goddamn way to start a partnership.
Now get this. We ain't partners, we ain't brothers, and we ain't friends. I'm putting you down and keeping you down until Gans is locked up or dead. And if Gans gets away, you're gonna be sorry you ever met me.
And yet, even with that simple tagline, 48 Hours somehow fumbled its own poster by swapping the names of its stars. Murphy's name is below Nolte's head and vice versa. Even worse, this isn't a one-off misprint either. For some asinine reason, the design flub was used on the official cover of the Blu-ray disc. Considering what the final product looks like, we're beginning to wonder if 48 Hours refers to how long they spent on this poor excuse for a poster.
Oh, that's a damn shame, man.
Number 5, the irony of a fortune cookie. There's 3 key ingredients to a fortune cookie: the plastic bag, the cookie, and the piece of paper with a prophecy on it.
Fortune cookies. And now to read my fortune.
Technically, this one has all 3, but somewhere along the way, the fortune slipped out of the cookie. Yeah, it's still in the bag, but it's not quite the same when you don't have to split open a cookie for it. The real kicker is that the fortune says, "The job is well done." It even throws in a pair of smiley faces just for good measure.
Forgot my fortune cookie.
We don't want to be downers here, but we wouldn't exactly call this placement well done. Number 4, butterfly training balls. When you want something to pop on store shelves, placement is everything. Like for example, where you put the balls in a table tennis training set.
Technics 05 enables fast play with increased spin in an efficient manner, responding to new demands in the era of the plastic ball.
Butterfly's product would be a great example of what not to do. They opted for both a real-life action shot and a small cutout of the balls themselves, and the results give the player a very pronounced chest. It wouldn't be so bad if the hole wasn't smack dab in the middle of his jersey, or if the product wasn't for off-yellow balls, but together, they make for an image that has you thinking about anything besides table tennis. Number 3, scissor packaging. There's funny human error, and then there's just plain incompetence.
How stupid. That was not just stupid.
This pair of scissors is most certainly the latter. In order to open these general-purpose shears, you first have to cut a plastic tab in the packaging. Let that sink in for a second. You need a sharp pair of scissors to open a package of scissors.
That's it.
If you already have a working set of cutters, why would you need another one? And what are you supposed to do if this is the first pair you're buying? This blunder is the kind of glaring design flaw that should have been brought up way before it was made, let alone put up for sale. Number 2, Wonder Woman Crazy Foam. When DC announced a collaboration with Crazy Foam, Princess Diana of Themyscira naturally made the cut. But that begged a very important question. Where does her foam come from? Well, as fans soon learned, it comes out of her mouth. Seriously.
Crazy foam, everybody loves crazy foam.
Crazy Foam took one of the most iconic and recognizable female superheroes in history and made her spit out white stuff. Granted, there isn't exactly a great spot for the nozzle at all, and it's in the same place for all the Crazy Foam superheroes.
Crazy foam, crazy foam, crazy foam. All the cool kids love crazy foam, crazy foam.
But of all the options, the mouth is by far the worst one and seems especially inappropriate for the Amazon princess. The only thing left to say is that this foam can is crazy indeed.
You should be ashamed.
My apologies.
You should be ashamed.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, TESCO Buttermilk. Picture this. You're at the grocery store scanning the aisles, and remember you need buttermilk.
Go to the grocery store right now and buy 2 quarts of buttermilk to put in your fridge.
You turn to look for the classic TESCO brand and see it. An orangish visualization of buttermilk that falls right into the unmistakable shape of male genitalia. That was the jaw-dropping reality for some folks at an Irish TESCO branch. Quite frankly, we don't even know where to begin on something like this.
But we just go along with it. Just let him do what he wants to do, really.
Someone either had too much fun making this or got a very angry phone call from their boss. Maybe both. Although from a marketing standpoint, it's certainly eye-catching.
He transcends time and space.
He sickens me.
I love it.
Me too.
For better or for worse.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.